I made it back. I'm here. Thank the gods. Thank the gods.
Welcome to the lower city, where Baldur's Gate truly comes alive.
Gods, this is the first time in 200 years I've seen these streets in the sunlight. You can forget just how much color there is in the world.
Are you alright? Come on, focus up. We have work to do. Paint a picture, it'll last longer. Looks a little gaudy if you ask me. Give me a grade any day. Give me gray any day.
Yes, of course. Obviously. Sorry, did you want something? Darling,
Don't call me
I thought
darling,
you...
sir. My dear dandy.
Oh, you? I know you. How delightful to meet in person. Though, you're shorter than I expected.
I'm like 6'5" right now. You have me at a disadvantage. I have no idea who you are. Sorry, how do you know me? Rude.
My name's Estra Stir, journalist. I speak to the people of Baldur's Gate, so our readers don't have to.
How do you know who I was? What broadsheet do you work for, Estra? Are your readers not also people of Baldur's Gate? Nice to meet you. I really must be going.
I work for the greatest broadsheet in this storied city. It's my job to know who is who. I imagine you'll be becoming quite familiar with it soon. You are, after all, the star of the next Baldur's Mouth Gazette.
I've never been in a broadsheet before. Where can I buy a copy? What's the headline of that edition? I never asked to be written about.
If I told you, you'd lose the fun of reading it yourself.
Slander.
It's our juiciest edition in an
Bible.
age bound to get everyone talking about you.
Slander. Look forward to reading it. Don't I get a say in this?
Darling,
Don't call me
we can't
darling.
let the readers decide what the content is. We've editors for that. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've really said rather too much and written rather too little. Good day.
I've had a lifetime's fill of watching little men puff themselves up with grand titles. I look forward to the day we show the Archduke that his tongue is not half so silvered as he thinks.
Yeah. As do I. You're not interested in his offer? You can't pick a fight while he's surrounded by a steel watch. As do I.
He's protected by his steel watch for now. And Orin will have her own defenses, should we choose to play the part of Gortash's bloodhounds. We cannot expect either of the chosen to fall easily. But fall they must, if we're to have all three stones to command the brain.
Yeah.
Still, if you see sense in making an alliance, I won't question it. I'll just look forward to the inevitable breaking Gortash spoke of.
What do you think of his warning of the doppelganger in our camp?
It would be irritatingly true to form, would it not? A harper learns to doubt, to peer through every smile, question every look. Eventually, you find what it is you fear, whether it is there or not. When we cannot know, we can only trust. But then, that is exactly what a traitor in our midst would say. Isn't it?
The bustle here takes some getting used to. Crackling fire and a tresson for company is usually more my speed. Still, we must flow with the current we find ourselves in, however tumultuous it may be. If you've need of me, I'm glad to help.
Really won't shrine within the city. Located in the Storm Shore Tabernacle, if my memory serves me.
Do whatever you
Brace
need.
yourself.
But I shan't be paying my respects to any of the gods on show.
You never felt the call of the divine, Astari?
Oh, I tried
That
them all.
felt great.
None of them answered.
very welcome, sir.
Tavern.
It's been some time since I stood before her.
Greetings, child of faith. Be welcome to the Stormshore Tabernacle. You have come far, I perceive. How may I serve you this day?
Who are you? What can I do here? Are holy items available here for purchase?
I am Vicar Humbletoes, guardian of the Stormshore Tabernacle. I keep the peace in this sacred place and guide those in need.
What can I do here?
Here, clerics may commune with their gods, and even hear their responses, if they are so favored. I am also granted the power to provide holy resurrection through sales of revivification scrolls.
Starin might need one after reviving me.
This altar isn't dedicated to a single god, but instead acts as a conduit to many. Your god is one of many, and in this place you sense a spark of its mighty divine flame.
I have a god. Read what is inscribed on the altar. Pay homage and honor to the gods of light and justice. Seek the wisdom and judgment of the gods of balance and ambiguity. Seek power and self-justification from the gods of greed and darkness.
It reads, show your devotion with an offering in your god's name. Blessings may follow.
May follow. I'm doing that right now.
What's on your mind?
Hey, soldier.
Ah, my favorite traveler.
I'm strong.
Here we go.
You see an altar dedicated to Mistra.
Whatever you want with this idol, I prefer we make it quick. Not sure I'm comfortable catching Mistra's eye, even if it is made of stone.
Gotcha. You'll want to make an offering, prayer of some kind. Read the words inscribed on the altar and make an offering to Mistra.
Mistra, mother of all magic, is the patron of wizards and often called upon by other spellcasters as well. She's said to be a jealous goddess. Even though you do not follow her, you feel her power resonating from the statue. She is the one true spell at the heart of all spells. The weave could not be in better hands.
Saloon. Oh, I don't have Shadowheart with me.
You see an altar dedicated to Saluna.
Saluna. Read what is inscribed upon the...
An inscription reads, let all who worship the changing tides of life and knowledge feel the blessings of Saluna. Trust in the purity of my light. See the constancy in its inconstancy, and you will be guided aright. Goddess of the moon and stars. Her words and light have long helped wanderers to find their way. Perhaps it could help you, too.
Here.
You see an altar dedicated to Tyr. Your knowledge of religion isn't extensive enough to tell you more.
Thanks. Helm. Heard him mentioned.
You see an altar dedicated to Helm the Vigilant. Helm the Watcher is a guardian god, dedicated to the preservation of order. Many turn to him in troubled times. Make your donation to him and you'll likely feel more vigilant, more resilient to the unexpected.
Not right now.
Elfsong Tavern.
This? Or...
You are not going to die.
Probably best if I keep a low profile. They used to know me all too well in the Elfsong.
I wonder if our paths ever crossed in the before times. Were you always so sneaky?
I haven't survived for 2 centuries by being reckless, and I hope to survive at least 2 more.
Yeah, don't rub it in.
Aye, aye. Pull up a seat. If you can find one spare, that is.
Business going well? I'm looking for a place to stay. Have you got anything to trade?
With all this talk of war, what else are folk to do but drink? I reckon the murder we'd had something to do with it too. Got punters all intrigued. On that morbid note, what can I get you fine self?
Looking for a place to stay? Tell me more about the murder.
Going to make this place famous, I reckon. Victim is a bloody duke. Boleyn Stelmane. Well, she was a duke. Now she's just bloody. I reckon I'll be able to charge double for that room once the constable's done with it. Murders and ghosts are always grand for business. At least, I hope.
With 2 different icons.
I tell you what. The murder upstairs has brought some punters, but it's also really spooked folk out of renting rooms. If we get you staying up there, perhaps folk will calm down and realise there's naught to worry about. You can have the whole upstairs floor until this killer thing blows over.
200 again? You're optimistic. What makes you so sure it'll blow over? Hand over 200? Perhaps I could get a discount on the accommodation? Too rich for my boots.
The city always wins. There's always some hero that saves the day. It's the way things work.
Discount?
Charity! In Baldur's Gate. Good one.
Fair point. Here's the money. You want 200 gold to sleep next to a murder scene? Really? Point out the tavern's obvious dirt and grime. That should get you a discount. I'm with the guild. You'll be giving me the 9-finger discount. hurt.
Look, mate, I don't want any trouble. Especially not from your lot. Top floor's all yours. If it gets a bit too noisy at night, well, don't sleep above a pub.
Damn rats. Oi, you! I thought I asked you to clean the rats out of this cellar yesterday already. Up to it. Get in there.
Excuse you? The rats are unimportant. Your name is on a list of murder targets. You need to hide. It would be my pleasure. I'm an adventurer, not an exterminator. Haven't I done this before? I would never kill an innocent animal. You're mistaken. We've never met.
No. I need them rats taken care of. Here's the deal. I'll keep a lookout for murderers. You murder the rats.
Hello, servant ape. Would you kill those rats, please? Their presence vexes me.
Look at you, just lying around, you furry chunk.
Oh, look, Tambourine. A servant comes to help us. Kill those rats, would you? When they're dead, the other servants will feed us.
Holy shit! Oh. Brandon, smite. Actually, I probably shouldn't do that. Nice. There we go.
You're getting close. The wine cellar. There's a hidden door that leads further in. The mechanism to open it is somewhere among the wine racks.
Okay. Ooh. Foraging is a thing of the past in the Elfsong Tavern. To purchase camp supplies for resting, simply visit the dumb waiter. Match. Nice.
This is the city proper, is it? I didn't expect it to be so outrageously ordinary.
It is done.
Baldur's Gate. You know, I never quite believed I'd actually make it back. It wasn't until we got within reach of Worm's Crossing that it felt real. It's so strange. I don't remember much of it, yet I can't help feel like I know it. It feels like home.
Glad to be back, I take it. Better than hating the place without remembering why.
I suppose I am. Though the chance to savor the moment might be brief, given all that still lies ahead of us.
I received a dispatch from the Grove. Life carries on there in our absence, just as nature intended.
Good.
My chosen successor, Francesca, has proven to be a wise choice. Perhaps the wisest I ever made as Archdruid.
What news from the Grove? Don't downplay your achievements. The Shadow Curse would still hold sway if not for you. There's something else I want to discuss.
One grand victory may not be enough to absolve a host of small failures. That is where true leadership lies. Not in winning a single vast battle, but in fighting 1,000 smaller ones. Making 10,000 difficult decisions. Finding balance where none seems possible. Day after day. I was all too eager to surrender my responsibilities towards the Grove. Perhaps I was never meant to be Archdruid. To be a leader.
Dude, come on. You served the Grove well and found a worthy successor. No one can ask more of you. Grove aside, I'm glad you stayed with me. You could resume your position at the Grove once we've defeated the Absolute. Not everyone is meant for leadership. There's no shame in walking away.
Still, though, I cannot help but wonder if there was more I could have done. Perhaps, Oakfather willing, I may yet have the chance someday. Forgive me. The Shadow Curse occupied me so entirely and for so long. I almost missed the purpose it gave me. Now I must find a new one.
Gotcha. I hope he's not angry with me.
Yankee. Blacketh has found us. Get rid of them, quickly!
In the meantime, tear every brick out if you have to. Lae'zel, glad you could join us. The Kithraki have spread word of that artifact that you carry. Tell me, Lae'zel of Kalir, what reward do you think the astral prism will fetch once I pluck it from your corpse and present it to Vlaakith? What honors, what riches will the Undying Queen grant me when I hand her the failed prince?
You know.
Stand down. I protect the prism on our queen's behalf.
The Undying Queen cares not for who delivers her the prism and the traitor prince within. All that matters is that it is delivered. The false heir's head will make a fine trophy for Vlaakith. As for you, I will leave nothing behind but meat and shattered bone.
Strike me and die, a failed warrior forgotten by your people. I'd give the artifact to you freely, but it isn't possible. Orpheus is the Githyanki's true prince. You will not take him. Come on. We're not doing this shit. We are not doing this shit. Come on! Come on! Please. Thank you.
Damnable whelp. For 1,000 years I have given my life to Vlaakith. And you, Lae'zel, a child, an unascended, would snatch my glory for herself. You may keep your head. But I will yet be exalted. I will yet see my name carved in slate. Vlaakithka sivim hrath krashet.
Vlaakith is relentless. You handled it well. Let us hope she exhausts her forces soon. Now search the room. There's a statue that conceals the way through. I'll reveal it to you. My old home. Thank you for bringing me back. Look around. You'll find some of my things still intact. Perhaps even useful to you.
Halsin! What are you doing here?
No, you can't be here. It's not safe. She has my scent.
Who?
Run. Do not stop until you feel sunlight and fresh air.
Run from whom? Take a moment, you're injured. First tell me what you're doing down here. Whatever you're running from, it's no threat for me.
Orin. Orin the Red. She tormented me with blades and hot irons. I resisted. But then she forced me to drink a foul brew. The rabid, cursed blood of all manner of beasts. I lost control. I felt the bear take over, blood crazed. And she forced me into a cage, along with children taken from the streets. I was powerless to stop myself. Their screams, her laughter, it's all I can hear. I do not deserve to see the sun again. She's too strong. You have to turn around. Go. Let me buy you some time. She's coming for you.
Thank you, I won't forget this. I'm not leaving you behind. You're coming with me. You will not stand alone. We will face her together. I will not run. No fear of Orn. Not leaving you behind.
Fool. Rabid beasts must not be coddled. They must be put down.
Fucking bitch! You had me.
Look at it, crawling and sniffing and rooting around in the filth. Is it my netherstone you seek, little piggy? Hush, hush. Orin will take care of you. And your little pet.
Huh? What have you done with Halsin? Keep him. He can bore you with his prattling instead. Gortash warned me you'd try something like this. You'll pay for this monster prepared to attack.
Nothing. No, not a thing. Still gasping and gagging on the foul airs of Baal's temple. I will not slice. His kind die too easily. The Murder Lord demands a better offering. Something new. Sticky, sweet, and delicious. He wants you.
The Murder Lord wants me. Why? Come for me and you'll meet your god soon enough. That's no god you hear. It's your own twisted imagination. So does everybody else. I'm afraid he'll have to wait his turn. Why?
Kethric's killer turned the corpse lover to carrion when you took his stone. Oh, but he was a dull kill. No blood to spill, no guts to rip. A desiccated husk, all dust and hollow.
It's quite gooey.
You must be sharpened before you set your edge against my skin.
When Halsin was gasping, I thought I heard a female gasp, not a male. How exactly do I sharpen myself? Enough of these riddles. Speak plainly. I'm sharp enough already, I'll show you right now.
Against the tyrant's throat, of course.
You've heard Gortash's whispers. I see how your skull swarms with his promises. He whinges and wails over the crown of Karsus, wanting to command it without me. Oh, how I long to slit his poxy smile from ear to ear. But I can't touch him. He bound my blade when we first conspired. Gortash didn't want me at first. Didn't trust me. Got me to wag my tongue, swear an oath never to hang him from the hooks. Drip drain him into father's open jaws. You must kill the tyrant. Take the netherstone from his corpse and bring it to my temple.
We slice and shred each other. The survivor claims the stones. What's left of the other is Baal's. Agree, and I will bring my assassins to heal. They watch you always, longing to spray the crimson from your veins. Refuse me, and you'll learn what happens to those who defy Baal's doctrine. So will your friend.
Orin demands a fight to the death. The prize for the victor, the Netherstones, and the chance to control the crown alone. Accept, and you must kill Gortash. Refuse, and your companion's life may be forfeit, as might your own. Orin's assassins will hunt you like prey for slaughter.
Can't leave Halsin to die. So you're stabbing your ally in the back, or rather asking me to. So be it, I will kill Gortash. Halsin lives. Then we fight for the final Netherstone. Gortash can wait. I'm coming for you first, monster. I'll do it, just please don't hurt Halsin.
promise of slaughter, of pain and humiliation, and the sound of blood drip-dropping into the gutter. Do not underestimate his steel watch. Seek their cradle in the lower city and skewer their skull meat. Make them rust and blood. Then you can gore the lordling again and again and again. But listen close, Bone Killer. Step in my domain while the tyrant still sucks air, and I will carve your failure into your pretty plaything's skull. Bring me his stone, and I will set the bait free. Only then can you and I make exquisite butchery. The victor will set the world to slaughter. That is Baal's offer. He will not make another.
Halsin does not deserve to die on such a craven's altar. We should consider Orin's terms carefully, however distasteful we may find them.
Orin thinks Halsin's abduction is an ultimatum to kill Gortash. Foolish woman. As if I needed more reason than I already had.
So, we kill Gortash, or Halsin dies. It is not an easy call. On the one hand, killing Gortash would be fun. On the other, Halsin can be very annoying. We probably should save the druid, though. He does have his uses.
Like a shield? Like a body shield?
The great Orin the Red tugs your sleeve, sulking for attention. She might come to regret it yet. I have met few as strong as Halsin. But Orin will break him, if we give her the time to do it.
Damn it all. We've got to get Halsin back. If that means killing Gortash, nothing would give me greater pleasure.
I don't know how exactly Orin managed to spirit away someone as big as Halsin, but we have to get him back. Either via a rescue, or Gortash's death.
She thinks she can take my druid and live to tell the tale. Dream on, shapeshifter. Karlach's coming for you.
You kill the rats, yes? I heard commotion in the cellar. Good. Perfect. Here, you take this.
Thank you.
And do not worry. Chef Revere's eyes will be kept most peeled for murderous knaves.
Thank you.
Sturge Fixie, I guess.
Drink, dance, and sing. Two Earth's residents are known to partake in all three.
This is a crime.
Substantially.
No admittance.
So, I assume there'd be little time for frivolity amongst all the fighting.
Eternity is long, Gale. Long enough to pursue endeavors beyond combat. Githyanki writes symphonies, craft liquors, paint frescoes. When they aren't in fierce battle with Gale, of course.
You want me to do that? To Vela.
Bollocks! I told those idiots not to let anyone through. You. Name, rank, and reason for interrupting an active crime scene. For your sake, the last one better be bloody good.
Eris, adventurer, curiosity? I'm no one, just another adventurer. Why are you so angry? I'm lost. I'll leave you alone.
An adventurer? Fantastic. We don't have enough of those in Baldur's Gate. Unless you've got useful information, leave me to my work. Duke Stelmane's dead, and I've got to find who killed her.
Tell her about the murder target list you found. Was it an aspiring Baal cultist by any chance? There's more at stake than Stelmane's murder now that Baal himself is involved. Good luck then.
Gods. That's it. Proof that I was right. I've been working on an assignment, see? A research project of sorts. I knew my conclusions were sound. But this... I never expected this. I'll tell you what I know. A century ago, there was a man. Saravok Anchev. He was a child of the god of murder, Baal. He ruled the Iron Throne. A dark tower hiding a darker secret. It was the front for a deadly arms-dealing network. There, Saravok amassed an army and sought to become a god. Under his stewardship, the Baal temple was revived. And with it, the Baal cult itself. Fortunately, the temple was destroyed. And to cleanse the city of Saravok's memory, the Iron Throne was torn from its foundations and cast into the Chionthar. For most, that was the end of it. But cults like that don't disappear overnight. That list you spoke of confirms I'm right. The Baal cult is back. And someone is out there, continuing Saravok's work.
Another cult. Baal has a new chosen in Baldur's Gate, Orin. I suspect she's behind this. What makes you think it's not Saravok himself? Any idea who it is? You said Saravok led the cultists a century ago. He can't still be alive, can he? You're absolutely right. I have reasons of my own to think there's been an increase in Baalist activity. You should raise this with your superiors immediately.
God save us all if you're right. But I believe it. Whoever it is, they're intimately familiar with Saravok's work. The brutality of the killings is on a par with Saravok's own. But there's something more here. Something new. There's a reference to these murders. A certain flair. It's as if they were done in worship. The precision of the cuts. The depth, the execution. The best butchers in Faerun couldn't make a cut like that. Trust me, I've asked them. I tried to explain all this to my superiors, but they wouldn't have any of it. They told me to drop it. Told me the city doesn't need another conspiracy theorist and to get back to doing my job before they find someone else to do it for me. But you're not bound by such constraints. Oh, help me out here. Help the city out. I bet if you follow the trail of these murders, you'll be able to unearth the truth of this resurgence.
Can't you help me? What will you do in the meantime? What about the other victims on the list, the ones who are still alive? I'll do my best. I've got better things to do than investigate a cult. Having to investigate a cult.
There are patriarchs on the murder target list. I'm oathbound to secure them first, so I'll be heading to the upper city next. While I'm there, the other potential victims will be at risk. Could you warn them?
The Flaming Fist should be protecting everyone, not just upper city folk. See what I can do is that's your job. Not my problem if you only want to help the rich.
Not from round here, are you? We're in Baldur's Gate. This is just how things work.
What are you doing? Oh, I just don't want to help the rich.
You don't seem to understand. My job is to help the rich first. But fine, if you're not interested in helping, I guess I'll just have to try and convince my superiors to put some resources into this matter. Once I've secured the patriarchs, I'll head to Basilisk Gate. Meet me there if you have a change of heart.
Alfira!
It's you!
Hey!
Look at us! We made it to the city! We made it to the Elfsong Tavern!
I'm glad to see you safe, Alfira. We're technically on top of the Elfsong Tavern. Why are you hiding away up here? I'm shocked you haven't been arrested for making all that noise. I'm glad to see you're safe.
And are you? Never thought I'd live to perform for the greatest audience in the realms. The entirety of Baldur's Gate. Larissa lets me practice up here when she's on shift downstairs. She's too good to me.
Okay.
But you... I have a bone to pick with you, oh brave adventurer.
Oh dear, am I in trouble? Alfira, I could crush you one hand. Cross your arms, looking unimpressed.
Big trouble. The most trouble you've ever been in. I've decided I'm not going to perform in the Elfsong. Mainly because only the Elfsong itself is allowed to perform.
Oh.
I'm going to open up a school of bards. The best in the realms. To usher in a new age of magic and musicianship. And it's because of you that I dare to dream big enough.
That's wonderful, Alfira. I'm proud of you. Well, I think you should name your school after me, don't you? Maybe dream a bit smaller?
You and Lahala's names in bold. I like it. Deal. Here. My very first lute.
No.
Tuned to perfection. Thought you'd appreciate it when I'm rich and famous. Take care, my friend. Thank you for helping a stumbling bard in a druid's grove find her spark again.
Oh. I'm happy.